Well, hey there, hero. It's David H. Lawrence, the 17th, and today I want to talk to you about our internal conversation, the thing that we tell ourselves when we don't actually know what's going on. And there's a couple of situations that have cropped up recently that kind of popped this into place for me. Number one was when we don't hear back after an audition. And number two was when we don't know why somebody's acting the way they're acting, and they're kind of connected because, you go in and you guys all know about RBF, resting bitch face, and you're doing something for a producer or a casting director, and they have this like blank look on their face, and you're like, they hated me. They pretty much hated me. But what I think might be an interesting exercise when that sort of thing happens, or when you don't hear back from a voiceover audition, or when somebody doesn't respond to you via email right away, or return your phone call, or give you the answer that you were thinking about, instead of ascribing the worst possible conditions to the situation. They hate me. They don't want to be a part of what I'm doing. I'm not good enough. They have more important people to talk to. Whatever it is. Those aren't very generous, and those aren't very easy on your own psyche. So what I would love to have you do, and it's something that I've seen people in positions of power do when they have really good levels of responsibility and are positive in nature, they go for the most generous assumption that they can make. And I would think that that might be helpful to you. Instead of thinking they hate me, they don't want me, I'm not good enough, they're not getting back to me because I'm bothering them, I didn't do a good job. Instead, how about they have a life too? Maybe life got in the way. They didn't return your call or your email right away because something's happening with them. They actually, how many times have you done that where you thought, why didn't you call me back? And then they call you back and they go, oh, yeah, I got it all tied up, but I really wanted to talk to you. It doesn't pay to assume the worst. That's the whole point. If you don't know, why not assume the best? Why not go with the most generous assumption that you can make? It's easier on you, and it's most likely the case, as opposed to they hate you. But to get to where you needed to be to get that audition opportunity, you didn't do that and get that by being bad. You didn't do that and get that by being too old or too unskilled. You got it by being where you are today. When you sent the email, maybe it got shuffled into spam. Maybe it got lost in a whole row of emails that they got rid of all at once. Who knows what the situation was? Maybe you called and they looked at the number on their phone, they didn't recognize it, they let it go to voicemail, and they never checked their voicemail. Who knows? But I'm telling you that the option of using the most generous assumption as opposed to the most, horrible possibilities. They hate me, I'm not good enough. You have that choice. Why not make the choice of assuming that everything's fine with you, it's just something going on with them. It's just something going on with their schedule or with their tech or with their project. Who knows? But you have a choice, and you can choose to blame yourself, and you can choose to think the worst, or you can choose to say, I'm okay. It's probably just something going on with them. And follow up if you want to. Give them some time, but don't ascribe the worst to a situation. I'm just trying to make your mind feel more at ease, because we often build these stories into these huge problems that just simply don't exist. You've experienced that, I'm sure, where you thought the worst and found out that it was something completely different than that. So why not do that all the time? Just a thought. What are your thoughts? Tell me in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think. If you want to get on my list, I'd love to have you on the list, but mostly I'd love a comment from you. I'd love to see what you think about what I'm doing here with these videos. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. I thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.